The Wednesday Up Late podcast is made possible with help from Inspire 9. Located directly opposite Richmond train station, Inspire 9 is the best office space and co-working environment in Melbourne. And with cost-effective, flexible terms, it's the right solution for your business. Visit inspire9.com to take a virtual tour and see for yourself.
Find the entry point and go into it, eh?
Yeah, ram it in.
That's what she said. There we are. That's our entry point right there. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday Up Late. This is your podcast/vodcast that you can find on any of your streaming platforms. That's hosted by moi.
And moi. And moi.
Firecracker right here and a little firecracker right there.
Yeah.
What's your name again?
Little Popper. Little Popper.
What's your name? Little Popper?
I'm Glenn.
Hi, Glenn. I'm Chloe. Nice to meet you. And nice to meet everybody else, whether you're tuning in for the first time or you've been a long-term listener. Hi, welcome. Hit us up on social media. You can find us at goodmoviemonday.com and you can click the little tabs that lead you to the Up Late. There's a whole library of us and our sultry sounds and beautiful faces, and just do it.
I just get this feeling as you're talking, you're just waiting for you to jump in, and I'm like, I'm just going to let you keep going. I'm going to see where it goes, see what happens.
See, the problem with that is I will keep going.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It won't be good.
Fuck me. Is it over yet?
I know. Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you? I must lay some context for this particular episode. Every single week we get together and we talk about how tired we are and exhausted, blah, blah, blah. This would have to be probably the most fatigued and exhausted I've been on any episode we've ever done. I'm fucking wrecked. So this will be interesting. And at the time we're recording this, both of us have been completely battered by severe winds and weather, and so bad that my gazebo almost took off the other day. My deck chairs are flying in all directions, and the roof feels like it's about to take off. So this is a real Wizard of Oz type of scenario going on right here. So
It is. It totally is. And like a true old person with my grey hair shining through, I got like quite a bit of washing done because the wind just dried it all.
I see your grey hairs there shining through.
So flipping back to our previous episodes, you gave me the pink hair dye, and I'm like, no, fuck you, I'm using it, right? Did not work whatsoever at all. Not even slightly.
I saw you put a photograph of you with it in, like as it was like, yeah, I'm like, that's not going to work. You have to bleach it first.
Did nothing, absolutely nothing. But the good news is I've promised my children, who are blondies, during the school holidays, I will colour their hair.
Okay, wash out. Is it going to be washable stuff or permanent?
Yeah, it's only semi-permanent, so it will wash out eventually. But they decided to get into their pastels the other day, oil-based pastels, and colour their own hair, which is still on their scalp. And I can't get it off. So I think hair dye might be a little bit of a better option.
Yeah, what colours are we looking at?
Pink and blue so far.
Okay.
And I've heard orange getting thrown into
orange? Come on, no. Green. Tell them to go green.
Hey, give the kids what they want.
Tell them it's Ninja Turtles and they'll love it.
Oh, they're not so much into the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, wow.
It's all Minecraft these days, which is green.
Green.
So yeah, fair enough. Should we get into it?
Why not?
I watched a movie the other day. Could you believe it?
I'm starting to believe it, because every week now you're coming with something.
I know, right? Go me.
Incredible.
I've been seeing so many ads on Amazon Prime for the new Awkwafina and John Cena movie, Jackpot.
Yeah.
So I decided to dull my brain a little bit and give it a go.
Excellent. You enjoyed it?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun movie. It's not winning an Oscar anytime soon.
I started watching it, but I gave up. Will return to it. Wasn't hating it, just wasn't in the mood for it. But
yeah,
I
think you kind of have to be.
I'm being told by many people it's worth it, so I will give it a shot. I don't like Aquafina, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah. And then my hubby a day later decided, hey, I want to watch this movie. You want to watch it with me? I'm like, I already watched it. And he goes, oh, I'm like, no, actually, I want to watch it again.
Oh,
So
you
we
doubled
did.
down on it. Holy shit.
Yeah, watched it twice. We
Wow.
both really like Aquafina,
Yeah.
and yeah, we really liked it.
Yeah. Wicked. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. And
Um.
I just love John Cena as
Yeah,
an
he's
actor.
good. He's good.
I
We were
just
talking about that on the last episode of Good Movie Monday. How yeah, we all kind of really dig what he's doing. He's a very understated kind of comical actor
and
for
he's
sure.
huge.
Yeah,
He
he
is
is.
massive.
Yes.
He's a big
Um,
dude.
so something I watched that is of interest to you, I'm sure, on Netflix. You don't have Netflix though, do you?
Mm-mm.
Ah, you suck. Okay, it's the new Adam Sandler special. It's fantastic. So it's his second one.
Oh,
So his first one was So Fresh,
yeah.
and I think that's what it was called.
I got my phone, wallet, keys.
Yes, and this one is I think it's called like I Love You or So Much Love or something like that. Whatever the case, it's fantastic. It's a stand-up special, but it's also kind of got a narrative through it that is performed by some of his
Hmm.
regular players backstage and on stage, and there's an ongoing joke throughout the thing that's a performance. It's just interesting, bizarre, and the songs are just fun as always. And I really highly recommend it. It's great fun.
I love Adam Sandler and I love that he's doing stand up. I love it.
Well, he's always done stand up. That was his thing before anything else, as
But
a
I
teenager.
love that he's gone,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know, back to
going back to stand up lets him go full R-rated like he used to.
that. Yep.
Once he hit SNL, he did a couple of albums that were very crass and R-rated, but then once Billy Madison hit, he wasn't able to tap into that anymore because it was a bad look for him. But he's gone back now and he's just like doubling down on the C bombs and the F bombs. Is great.
Yeah. And I watched an interview with him recently where he was talking about Happy Gilmore 2
Yeah.
and how they spent a lot of time on the script
Mhm.
and he's really proud of it and it gave me a little bit more hope for the sequel
Yeah.
and wanting it to be kind of what we want it to be, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm getting
Yeah.
a little bit more excited for it, a little less apprehensive
I've got
about
a lot
it.
of faith in that one, to be honest with you.
Well, we'll definitely see.
Yeah,
We'll
cool. But it will be
definitely see.
Netflix, so you'll have to find a way to watch it.
Damn it. All right.
Yes. Shit.
Let's get right
let's play
into
some
it.
games. All right,
Yeah.
you go first.
All right. Well, you can choose, right?
All
So
right.
you can either finish the movie quote or you can guess where the movie quote, what movie it comes from. So I'll let you choose. What do you
Okay.
want to do?
All right. I'll just wherever my instinct goes. So, can I choose per? Like you read it and I decide then, or does it not work that way?
Well, I'll have to either stop halfway through the quote or
Ah, I'll guess what movie it's from. I guess.
done. All right. So, first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah. Fucking hell. I do know that. Is that Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
No.
That's just like your opinion, man.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. What is it? That's just like your opinion. Oh, this is killing me. This one's killing me.
It could be a popular Halloween costume.
Mm. Um. Oh, the internet's going mad at me right now.
Do you want me to name some characters?
I kind of. Yeah. Okay.
I'll name actors: John Goodman, Steve Buscemi.
Yeah. Yeah. Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
That's right, and that's Jeff Bridges saying it.
Yeah.
Laid back, like
Yeah.
Fred. Yeah.
That's just like
Yeah.
your opinion, man.
Fuck.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
What I was about to say is that it's not like it's not a classic comedy. Like there's more to it. It's like a thriller comedy,
Yeah.
which is what Big Lebowski is. Okay, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Spewing.
Fuck.
Kicking myself.
All right. The closer we are to danger, the farther we are from harm.
No fucking idea. I've never heard those words put together before.
Said in a little Scottish accent from a little Scottish character as they sit in trees.
Scottish characters sitting in trees. Are we talking Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to just guess Two Towers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
Well, that's the tree chapter, isn't it?
Yes,
With all
that's
the
where they're
Ents.
sitting in Fangorn Forest,
Yeah.
and then they start to walk towards Isengard instead of away.
Yeah.
Okay. Why'd you go and do that? I'm trying to make a point.
Is it Saturday Night Fever
No,
and not Grease?
no.
Why'd you do that? No, no idea.
The line before that is, "You are a criminal. Why you go and do that? I'm trying to make a point."
Fuck me, I'm tanking on these tonight. No idea.
The Usual Suspects.
Ah, that makes sense. I haven't watched that in years.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not the Uber fan that a lot of people are with that one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I was trying to make it a little bit more tricky, and it's working.
Yeah, you're doing great.
All right. We had a band powerful enough to turn goat piss into gasoline.
No. Is it Airheads?
No.
No idea.
Blues Brothers.
Ugh. Fuck it.
Ugh.
No, I love the film. Like I'm tanking this game. Like, it's
Oh,
fucking
okay.
awful. Yeah. No,
I was like, oh, man.
No, I love the Blues Brothers. You're smashing this game. This is great for you.
All right, ready? That sounded really condescending.
Well, so it should.
You're doing really great today, Chloe. Well, Janet, I really loved the way you beat the other
Yeah.
girls to the
Yes.
bride's bouquet.
Yeah, now you're making it. That sounds really condescending and patronizing. So that one's Rocky Horror Show.
Yes.
Or Rocky Horror Picture Show, I should say.
Rocky Horror Picture Show and
Mhm.
Fun Storm in the Castle.
Is that Cyndi Lauper? Sounded like Cyndi
I
Lauper.
could be Cyndi Lauper right now with my new mate on my friend.
That's Madonna, isn't it?
My new mate on my friend.
Yeah.
My new mate on my
Isn't
friend.
Madonna had the mate on her friend.
Mate on my friend. What is it? Friend. Face. Whoa.
Say hello to my little friend.
I just had a stroke live
So
on air.
for people listening to the audio podcast of this, she has a big fat zit on her face, and that's what she's referring to right now, which
Sure
would make no sense to. It doesn't make sense to people watching, to be honest with you. So,
No, it is not Madonna. It is not Cyndi Lauper.
okay, say it again.
Have fun, Storm in the Castle.
Oh, is it Robin Hood Men in Tights?
No,
Princess
this
Bride.
is from one of the funniest movies ever.
Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I think I won that one.
You
Not that
totally
we're
won that
keeping
one.
Score, but I totally won
I
that
mean, anyone would say you creamed it.
one. Well, it is for Wednesday night. Gotta be creaming something.
Gotta be creaming something. Got to be creaming something. It's too creamy to get over. Too creamy to get under. No.
No.
Hey, at least it gave us a show title. So, all right. So this one is how many? You've just got to name how many.
Okay.
All different situations here. So let's start off with how
Okay.
many actors have officially played James Bond?
Oh, that's a really good one.
There are two answers I will take as official.
I want to say like 6 or 7.
Which one? One of them is technically correct.
I'm gonna go 6.
Yes. Actually,
Whoa.
both of them are technically correct because there are 6 official actors in the series from Sean Connery to Daniel Craig.
Uh-huh.
And then there was a parody movie called Casino Royale in the 60s, the original Casino Royale, based on an Ian Fleming book. And David Niven played James Bond in that one. So 6,
Okay.
6 and 7 if you were to go that way. So
If you okay,
you kind of got
okay.
you kind of got it right both ways, to be honest with you.
You're damn right I did.
Doesn't mean double points, though. Unless you can name them all back to back.
No, I cannot.
All right.
Oh, yes, actually, James Bond 1, James Bond 2. No, I can't.
No, that's terrible. Terrible. Will that even make the show? That's that bad.
I hope not.
All right. How many How many movies have the Working Dog crew made? Do you know Working Dog?
It's an Australian production company.
That's right. They've made how many movies? So
Oh,
they are, for people that don't know, they in television terms, they came from the Late Show and they made things like Have You Been Paying Attention? The Cheap Seats, Thank God You're Here, The Panel. They make a lot of Aussie content and they've made three movies, one of which, maybe even two, would be considered iconic.
so the Lawn Bowls one, Crackerjack, would be one.
You've got to lock it in before I give you an answer.
Oh,
You don't have to name them, but you can. But
5.
bump bum, they've made three.
You even said it. You said 3.
Yeah, I know.
So the Castle,
Mhm.
Crackerjack,
No,
and no, not
no,
Crackerjack.
not Crackerjack. The Castle or the Castle. And second one would be The Dish.
Oh,
And then Any Questions for Ben was the third one.
oh, okay. The dish. I forgot about the dish.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, how many leagues under the sea was Captain Nemo?
10,000.
Would you like to have another guess?
10,000. 10,000. 1 million. 1,000.
Just lock an answer in.
10,000.
It's 20,000.
It was in the back of my brain.
How many Ace Ventura movies are there?
4, because there's a one with the kid.
So what are
That's
you
the
locking in?
team.
4?
4.
There's 3.
Well, there's 3. How many did he make? He only made 2.
Yeah, because after he made part 2, he swore he would never make a sequel again. And it
Yeah.
took like what, 25 years or something before he actually came and did Dumb and Dumber 2. And I think
Mm.
after that, he was like, oh, I don't know about sequels. And now, lo and behold, he's doing fucking Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So he kind of threw that mantra out the door.
Yeah. Why did I think there was 3 Ace Venturas? That's really
There are.
embarrassing.
There are. That's the answer.
Yeah, but the third one is the shoddy one that's filmed with like fucking a teenager.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
does-
the real
but-
Ace Ventura.
Well, it doesn't mean it's not part of the franchise. It is.
I didn't say that. I just said it's not the real one.
How many Oscars has Meryl Streep won?
Oh, like all of them. 8.
Are you going to lock that in?
Yeah.
3.
Only 3.
Yeah,
She just nominated a lot.
That's the ongoing joke in Hollywood. If she's nominated, she's guaranteed not to win because she's been nominated 21 times and she's only won 3.
Whoa.
Yeah. And do you want to have a guess what 3 movies she won for?
Um,
I reckon you've got a good chance of getting at least 2 of these.
Deer Hunter?
No. She's hardly in that.
She's in it enough. Sophie's Choice?
Yeah, that's one.
The Nun one that she did with Philip Seymour Hoffman?
No.
No, I have no idea.
Kramer versus Kramer
Oh, duh.
and The Iron Woman.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
It's one about Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she did a good one. She did a good impression of Maggie Thatcher.
That's it. There we go. That's my how many game.
Nice. Da, 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 da. All right. I'm going to get you.
You've got McDonald's on your mind.
I always have McDonald's on my mind.
That's your ringtone.
Like I could have a quarter pounder, smash one right now.
Oh, I had one today.
Although I'd prefer a Whopper. Always prefer a Whopper. All right. Glenjamin, name me a movie with a wrestler turned actor.
Princess Bride.
Name me a movie with a singer turned actor.
Who's that girl?
Name me a movie with a standout cameo.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. Name me a movie with a lot of drugs.
Blow.
Good movie. Name me a movie with your favorite on-screen death.
Oh, Enduring Love.
Okay. Name me a movie with the best comedic duo ever.
Oh, for God's sake. That is really hard. You've stumped me on that one because that's a thinker. Well, that doesn't come immediately to your head. Best comedic
Sorry.
duo. Can we circle back to that one?
That's my last one.
Okay, we're back.
Circled, now we're back.
That's okay. Oh man, look, it's gonna sound cliche, but even something like Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein is like one of the all-time great comedies,
Uh-huh.
and I think that's a really good one. It's a
Hmm.
bona fide classic. In more sort of contemporary terms, I mean, either of the Wayne's World movies.
Oh, yeah.
I think,
I thought you would have gone planes, trains, and automobiles.
well, yep, I certainly would have had that come to my mind, 100%. But I'm thinking more like in terms when you pose that question to me, rather than thinking of like the characters, which is where my mind should have gone. I'm thinking of like two actors that make movies together, like have
Oh,
made,
okay.
like
All
they are
right.
known to be, like your Laurel and Hardy, your
Sure. Yep.
all that kind of
I can
stuff.
see the way you would get that with the way that I
Yeah,
phrased it.
like even like Dave Spade and Chris Farley, they made a series of
Hmm.
movies together. So, but yeah, cool. There we go. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is probably the logical answer for that one.
That's
Then
a
you've
good
got
one.
you've got great stuff like Lethal Weapon and lots of buddy cop kind of movies too. But yeah, I like that was a quick, snappy fire sort of
It is a
quick fire
snappy
round.
fire one. I would have said like the Three Amigos with Martin Short and Stephen Martin because I love them together. But
But it's
it's
three
got
of
Chevy
them.
Chase in there. There's three of them. So
And Chevy Chase is
like
amazing in that. If you were to say trios, that'd be a great one.
that'd be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite joke or moment from that movie?
Oh, nothing that springs to mind at the moment, but all of them. I love
My
that
little
movie.
buttercup has the sweetest smile. They
When
go,
they're in the
they
saloon.
point to the guy and goes, smile, smile.
That is a good one. I love that movie.
Friend of the show who he is a personal friend that we've been trying to get onto Good Movie Monday, and we just haven't managed to wrangle it. Norbert Weiser is this actor that's been in things like The Thing and Schindler's List, and he's in The Three Amigos, and I would love to get him on the show to pick his brain about that. So Norbert,
You
if I'm
should.
going to make this a TikTok moment, and Norbert, if you're watching this, we want to have you on the show, mate.
Norb, do it,
I chat with him all the
mate.
time, and I've mentioned it, but it just hasn't happened.
Do it.
Yeah.
Please. Please.
I saw a post
Please.
on saw a post on Facebook last week about The Three Amigos, and everyone piled on it saying it's one of the most overrated comedies of all time, that it's not even funny. And I'm like, are you fucking joking?
Those
Like,
people wouldn't know what funny was if it hit him upside the head with a chair.
and they've got to be like, I didn't dive into who they were, but because I'm not that kind of person, but they would have to be like Gen Z or millennial that just don't understand the history of comedy and the caliber of talent in that. You got John Lovitz and Phil Hartman in there. Oh,
Yeah,
fucking
don't hate on millennials, by the way.
Alfonso Carew from like as El Huapo. Fuck me dead.
It's something like to be from people who weren't brought up with that kind of comedy, which is really sad. And I
Fuck
feel
them.
really bad for them.
Yeah,
And I hope that
100%.
they get to enjoy something in their life because they're obviously stupid. So,
Would you say you have a plethora? All right. My next game is called Indie or Star Wars.
oh,
So I'm going to just name some titles from books that have been written in the Indiana Jones franchise and books that have been written in the Star Wars franchise, like actual novels, and you've got to just tell me which franchise they belong to.
God.
So the
Okay.
first one is Forces of Destiny.
Forces of Destiny.
Mhm.
Star Wars.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Pirates Price.
Pirates Price.
Mhm.
Indie.
Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
You'll love this one.
I'd love a pirate indie movie. God, that'd be so good.
The Philosopher's Stone.
What?
Yeah, from 1995.
Indie.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Sky Pirates.
Oh, Star Wars.
Indy.
They written by the same person? What?
No, there's so many authors on these things, and there are hundreds of titles.
Oh my
Most
God.
of the titles you can clearly tell what franchise they come from because it'll have like Jedi in there or like Sith, some stuff like that. But I've chosen ones that are kind of ambiguous.
Ambiguous, yeah.
So what about Legion of Death?
Legion of Death. Indy.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not even a knowledge test, is it? This is a pure potluck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm trying
You're doing
to like
amazing.
decipher the difference.
You're doing
Yeah.
amazing. So this one's called Maze of Deception.
Maze of Deception. Indy?
Star Wars.
Damn it.
And the final one would be Shield of Lies.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice. So interesting.
Yeah, Philosopher's Stone, eh?
Yeah, I love that.
Not only is that something like that, maybe that was pinched because this title existed before the Harry Potter franchise existed,
Quite possibly.
but also the name Harry Potter existed before Harry Potter as well. In the what franchise was that? The Troll. I think it was the Troll franchise. Movies of about the Troll. Yeah,
There you go.
and she was accused of plagiarism when that came out.
I mean, everyone steals from everyone else.
Yeah, well,
That's how creative juices get flowing.
but you don't normally steal an entire name, and that's two. That's
Look,
two.
I'm not in the realm of defending J.K. Rowling. Okay, that's just not who I am as a person. I enjoy what she has created, but that is about as much as I have to give her.
Alrighty, moving on. So,
Speaking of agreeing or disagreeing on such topics, I'm going to shoot you out some statements.
okay.
And I just want to know if you agree or disagree. Feel free to elaborate. Don't elaborate. Completely up to you.
Okay.
No pressure. Okay. Agree or disagree. Knives Out should have gotten an Oscar nom in 2019.
Completely disagree.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
The second one, what is it? The Glass Onion or
Yeah.
some shit?
Terrible.
Way better.
No, terrible.
Way better than the first one.
No,
though.
no,
Knives
the first
Out was
movie.
shit.
No, the Knives Out was a good movie, not Oscar worthy, but it was a good whodunit. Glass Onion was terrible.
Oh, I enjoyed that one way more.
Yeah, that's not saying a lot, is it?
Coming from the person that when we first started this podcast absolutely disagreed with you that sequels were worth it, and now I'm saying that a sequel is better. Like, I've grown as a person, Glenn. All right.
Agree.
All right. Agree or disagree? Jurassic Park did not need sequels.
Oh, well, I agree. I don't think any movie needs sequels. Some just happen to be great. Like some sequels just happen to be great and expand on it well, but none of them need a sequel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
And you? Agree?
Well, apart from the ones that Chris Pratt are in, I don't know if I've really remember much of any of the Jurassic Park sequels, so I only remember the first one.
Mhm.
And speaking of Jurassic Park, I told my kids a funny story the other day that when my husband was younger, Jurassic Spark, I am having a stroke. Many of them on air today. He was terrified and shit his pants when he was a young kid and watched those.
Mhm.
And so when we were on our honeymoon and the new Chris Pratt Jurassic Park movie was coming out in theaters, we were in LA, we wanted to go to the movies. It was like one of our last days there. And I'm like, yeah, let's go see the new Jurassic Park movie. And he absolutely flat out refused because he was terrified of the dinosaurs.
Wow.
We watched Inside Out instead.
Oh my God. Are you happy that you've committed this to the show?
And my kids now are just like, Dad's scared of dinosaurs. They're not even around anymore. It's made my whole life.
The first Jurassic Park was a very, very scary movie. Like,
oh, 100%.
But like, Jesus Christ, like I was watching Freddy Krueger when I was 6. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but when you're, in your late 20s, you don't need to be scared of dinosaurs anymore.
No, you don't. Speaking of Jurassic World, he must be thrilled that the new one they've just released the first look images from. So I think it's called Jurassic World Rebirth is the next installment. It's a whole new trilogy, and this one's got Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey, and they're the photos they've just released of those two characters. I'm actually excited for this because I didn't like the Jurassic World, movies, the Chris
No,
Pratt ones.
I
I thought
wasn't fussed by them.
the first one was serviceable. Like it was okay. This is kind of fun. It's just a rehash of the first, but it connects. So I'm digging it. But the second two after that were just fucking awful. But this one is directed by Gareth Edwards, who is the guy that made Rogue One, Star Wars Story. He made Monsters,
Okay.
Godzilla, The Creator recently. Like he's a really, really excellent director. So I'm kind of excited about that.
And he's
However,
good with those sort of big sequences. So
yes, and having said that, though, the guy that made the Chris Pratt ones, Colin Trevorrow, I thought the same of him at that time too. So you never know. This might
okay.
be
All right.
might be the ultimate sellout, and he might suck at it, but I have a bit of hope for it. It might redeem it a little bit, but we just stop making them. Just stop.
There's no need anymore. Like,
No. The
just make a
interesting
dinosaur movie without being attached to Jurassic Park.
the interesting concepts behind this one, I believe, and there's not much out there as far as synopsis goes, but I believe it is now the story for the next three is going to be what the world looks like with dinosaurs completely inhabiting the planet. Like, and humans are now the second class, like we're just below them on the food chain rather than being at the
Interesting.
top. So that's an interesting concept. It's very Planet of the Apes, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Very Planet of the Apes, Quiet Place type of
that's it.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we'll see how it
Love it.
goes. It's a far cry from that original.
Yeah. All right. Well, agree or disagree? Toy Story 4 should never have been a thing.
You've been listening to Quentin Tarantino on Club Random this week or last week.
I haven't actually.
Well, that's all over the internet right now, that question.
I found it on the internet, but nothing to do with Quentin.
Okay, well, he's the one that brought it up. His argument was that he loves 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how good part 4 may be, he's never going to watch it because in his mind, the story's concluded, like it's a perfectly rounded story.
Correct.
Which I agree with that sentiment, right? However, because I've seen Toy Story 4, I believe they can keep going because the story of part 4 was wonderful where they took it. Because if you think of how Toy Story 3 ended, right? It was Andy's full arc. But what happens to toys when they're discarded and no one wants them anymore? And that's what part 4 is about, the new owner or them running away from. It's a really wonderful movie, number 4. So I'm glad they made it. I'm glad I saw it. And it's maintained consistency. So I'm all for it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Agree or disagree? La La Land was vastly overrated.
You've asked me that at least 4 times. It's completely overrated. It's fucking awful.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
we'll move
terrible
on
movie.
then. I won't
Terrible.
ask you again, okay?
Terrible. You will. I'll guarantee that.
Give me 2 weeks. I'll ask you one more time just to make sure. All right. Speaking of J.K. Rowling, agree or disagree? Harry Potter is the worst character in the series.
Oh, that's an interesting question. No, I don't think so. I think he's a fantastic hero character to carry the series through. Worst character in the series? That's the question. Off the top of my head, I can't peg it because they're all pretty interesting characters.
I have an answer to this.
Oh, is it hang on a second. Is it Robert Pattinson's character?
No, I love Cedric.
Okay, I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking the question.
No, I have 2 answers to this actually. One is Xenophilius Lovegood, who is Luna's father. I think he's the worst character. I fucking hated him. Even though he's the one that told them the story, blah, 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 blah. And he had some kind of character development there. I still hated him. But I feel like, for me, the worst character in the series is Ginny Weasley. I don't enjoy her character. I don't feel she adds much.
Yep.
If anything, except for a love interest.
Yep.
And I just
fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. It's an interesting one.
And I'm open to people telling me why I'm wrong.
No, this one is
even though I'm not.
No, this one's purely just a matter of opinion and perspective, and it's so subjective, that one. I don't think there is a wrong answer.
Well, my last one, right, is quite I wouldn't say it's controversial, but I'm really interested to hear your take on this. I found this statement online. Okay, agree or disagree? Movies are only worth watching when they teach us something about life.
I mean, that's a very philosophical question or statement, I should say. I don't want to agree with that, but I think that we take something away from most movies we watch, whether we know it or not. But I'm going to disagree with it though, because
I disagree with it also.
there's mindless bullshit out there, but at the same time, I think that mindless bullshit is important because it might be an alleviation. It might be like a real uh, therapeutic kind of thing.
Mm.
You know, it could be the dumbest movie on earth, but if that makes you feel good, you're
But it's not
extracting.
teaching us anything. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
have to teach us anything to be worth
no,
watching.
no,
It
absolutely
can
not.
take us away. That's the whole point of movies, is to
Yeah,
take us away
yeah,
from the realities that we don't want to face in that moment.
100%.
So,
That is the genesis of cinema. It was escapism.
mhm.
And you've got some people like, film scholars and very, I think, superficial kind of film lovers. Not superficial. What's the right word for it? Just there's an arrogance to some film lovers that they think everything has to be important or it's not worth it. And it's like, well, it is all important. That's just once again subjective in your opinion. I will take as much joy from Caddyshack 2 as I will from Casablanca. So
Mhm.
go fuck yourselves. And that's why
Absolutely.
I hated film school right from the start because it was full of those attitudes. And I knew
Yeah.
from week one it wasn't for me. I mean, I stuck it out and all that, but that was the round circle conversation to get to know each other. What's your favorite movie? Blah 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 blah. And everyone was saying like, "Oh, my favorite filmmaker is Fellini, or my favorite filmmaker is Christoph, Chekhovich, or whatever." And I'm like, "Well, Spielberg, like
Uh-huh. Yeah.
clearly
Hands
Spielberg, right?"
down.
And so, but they laughed at me, right? The circle laughed at me, except for one person, and that was the teacher,
Hmm.
right? And the teacher then put them all straight and says, "Well, that's the only honest answer in the whole circle."
Hmm.
And what are you doing in film school if you don't aspire to be someone like Steven Spielberg? Because it's a career, which means it's a business, which means you make money from it. And if you aspire to be those people that you're looking up to, you're not going to succeed.
Hmm.
So fuck all those people and that attitude.
And honestly, what does Fellini have over Spielberg?
Well, that's right. They're different kinds of filmmakers, right?
Right. That's the whole
And
point of film. It's
yeah,
subjective.
and not only that, Fellini, like a lot of what he did, Spielberg took from.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway,
I
there we
told
go.
you it would be worth asking that one.
Yeah, it triggers me a little bit that I hate those attitudes. I really do. And that's
Yeah,
kind of
I
that's the opposite attitude of what all of the podcasts I've ever hosted or produced are about.
yep,
Yep. All right.
agree.
Okay, so my final game for the show is follow the leader. So I'm gonna name a lead actor in movies.
Yep.
Um, hang on. I'm gonna name a movie, and you're gonna tell me who the lead actor is,
Okay.
and then a bonus point if you can tell me the character's name.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay, so I think it's a pretty all-round, relatively easy game for you.
Okay.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Eddie Murphy, and his name is Axel. I'm trying to remember his last name. I can't remember it. I know
Oh,
it's Axel.
come on.
Axel.
Don't make the world hate you.
They already do.
No,
Come
they don't.
on.
No, they
Like,
don't. Axel. What's the
Axel
name of the new movie? Okay, it's called Axel F.
Foley.
Yes,
Foley.
there we go. See, she does know it. Excellent. Jumanji.
Robin Williams,
Mm-hmm.
and his name Parish. Something Parish. Daniel Parish?
Keep going.
Peter. Nope.
Think of her like a prairie dog.
His name's Peter, isn't it?
No, it's
I
Alan.
can't remember.
Alan.
Alan. Oh,
Yeah.
Alan. Alan. I'm like prairie dog. What the fuck are you talking about?
All right. What about Spartacus?
Um,
I am Spartacus.
Gerard Butler.
No, that's 300. We're going back to the 60s. Spartacus.
Oh. 60s.
Yep.
Oh, Mr. Blue Eyes? Is it Mr. Blue Eyes?
If you're thinking Frank Sinatra, no.
No, I'm not thinking Frank
he
Sinatra.
was all Blue Eyes.
I'm thinking Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, no, not Paul Newman.
Oh, I don't know then.
Okay, well, it's Kirk Douglas.
Oh, okay.
What's the name of the character?
Spartacus?
Yes, woo! Redemption.
I didn't get that, man.
What about Casablanca?
Rick?
It is Rick. It's Rick something, but I'll give you Rick because they usually refer to him just as Rick.
Yeah, I don't know his last name.
Rick Blaine.
Okay. Oh, that's a badass name.
But who played him?
Rick Blaine. Oh, Ingrid Bergman and... Oh my God, I know this.
Think No Pants.
Just like my Thursday night? Oh.
We should
No
record this on a
pants.
Thursday instead.
I could not be wearing pants right now.
That's true.
No, his name is like, and as soon as you say it.
Humphrey Bogart. That was a good clue, wasn't it? All right.
No, I don't get it.
Humphrey doesn't wear pants.
Oh. It's not as good as Alan.
What about First Blood?
I don't know if Sylvester Stallone,
Uh-huh.
Rambo.
Yep. What's his first name?
Oh. I thought Rambo was his name.
Rambo's his surname.
Rick Rambo.
Come on, there's a more obvious answer than that. The most obvious answer you can think of.
Sylvester Rambo.
Far out. It's John Rambo.
It's so messed up.
Thought I saw a putty cat.
Oh God.
Superstar.
Oh, Molly Shannon.
Uh-huh.
Mary Margaret. Mary Beth.
Pink Top End.
Mary Elizabeth. Top End.
Mm-hmm. Northern Territory.
Mary Alice.
No,
Mary-
that's a good guess. Based on my clue.
Oh.
Mary
No.
Catherine Gallagher.
Catherine Gallagher.
Yeah. Exactly. 2 episodes in a row referencing that gesture.
Love that.
That'd be an interesting gesture if you weren't wearing pants.
True.
Then-
Can you screenshot that, please? Can that be a TikTok, please?
Final one.
Yep.
Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, Paul Hogan. And he plays Paul Hogan. He plays Crocodile Dundee. Paul Dundee.
What's the character's name?
Dundee.
That's his surname.
John. Sylvester.
It's Mick.
Paul.
It's Mick. Mick Dundee. Yep. There we
Strokes
are.
got too deep today, guys. They just nothing penetrated after that.
Well, okay, there's another possible
Except for Mary
show
Catherine
title.
Gallagher.
Yeah, it's another possible show title. At least the roof stayed on, so that's a good thing.
I can hear it coming down.
Yeah,
a
me
Gussie out there. Absolutely. Well, that
Gotta check
seems like a
those
good
deck
enough
chairs.
time. Good enough time to wrap things up. So thank you once again for joining Glenn and I on our ridiculous adventure into talking all shit about movies. We love it. We love having you with us. So please come back and join us next week when we do this all again.
Was that a question? Next week?
Next week?
Oh,
Maybe?
I can't wait.
Me either.
All right, we'll see you then.
Okay, bye.